Sports Matters TV.
So look, we're not going to keep you too long because we know you're a busy man. But look, we have a lot to chat about. It's been a crazy month for you. November has been incredible. It's been awesome. Chris, tell us honestly, what was it like to fight at Madison Square Garden? Look, the most iconic venue perhaps of all time. The greats, Ali, as you say, Michael Jordan, Conor McGregor. There's so many greats have performed in that arena, but you stole the show, without a doubt. You stole the show. Obviously, it's been a great couple of weeks for you.
Man, it was amazing, dude. Like that vibe, that aura. Like when we first pulled in and like the little buses, I was like, man, Jordan was looking out of a window just like this at the same thing, Ali walked down these same hallways, stuff like that. So that vibe alone, and then being in New York, I like to dance. I was like, I don't know what dance I'm gonna have to come out with, but yeah, just like the energy in MSG was amazing. You could feel the Connors in there. You could feel like actually walking down the hallways. They got pictures of them. You know what I mean, with the punches and whatnot. So it as much as it like oh my God, that's one of the destination fight spots. Yes, you definitely want to fight in MSG, man. The crowd, every part of it, dude. Just the history. I'm glad I can be a part of that. Now. But yeah, man, it is what they say it is.
Like, look, like Chris, we've known you a long time. Obviously, I picked up on you early in your career. You've had a glorious career to date. There's so much to look forward to. But this isn't early days for you. You've been grinding for a long time, grinding to the gills. How did it all start for you first day?
Oh, how did it all start? Technically, it all started me dancing in a nightclub. And they're breakdancing, battling these dudes. They came up to me afterwards and they were like, you were doing like kicks and stuff in your moves. You do taekwondo or something? I was like, yeah. They go, there's a fighter tryout at this gym tomorrow. You want to come? And I was like, sure. I was I had tequila. Wow, boy, that was my best friend. So I show up to this fighter tryout drunk, but I still show out. Like I think I ended up catching somebody with a spinning sidekick, and that's when they were like, "This guy's different," So I won that fighter tryout, and I think it was like 3 weeks later they threw me on a pro fighting card. No jujitsu, no nothing. I had wrestling, from college and whatnot and high school, but I fought Jonathan Ivey. He's like a cult classic over there in Tennessee. 100+ fights. I think he's still fighting. Yeah, he just had a fight with Alex Barton Nicholson and the Game Bread fighting series. But yeah, that was pretty much how it all got started. Breakdancing in the club, won a fighter tryout. 3 weeks later, I was on, I think it's called like Access TV or something like that at the time, HDNet at the time. Yeah, I did that and did a couple spin kicks there, and they were like, oh, and from there just kept grinding, man, just kept grinding.
And like you're Spanish born, which is mad. It's cool. Mm-hmm. So like obviously you spent a bit of time in Spain when you were young.
Yeah.
Obviously, when did you move to the States? Was that kind of earlier on in the life, or?
Yeah. I was like 6'5", So I was in Spain, but we were on the Air Force base. So like they were more cognate on teaching us English than they were, Spanish. So like I had it, and that's one of them things. You don't lose it. I still have, certain words, I can speak or whatever. I can't hold a conversation, but yeah, like after, you move to the States, nobody was speaking it really here, especially, the 90s and whatnot. But I wish, I'm gonna get that Rosetta Stone stuff and like sleep with it on my ears at night. I heard that might work. So yeah, I'm gonna get it back though. Yeah.
Twitter was trending. We seen all the Spanish lads. They're all jumping on the bandwagon saying, "Look, Chris he's our guy," and then you have all the Americans saying, "Look, he's our guy." So like there's a back and forth exchange. There might be another world war between Spain and America to have you represent that nationality. But look, obviously it's nice to represent both America and Spain. I suppose you could say that,
Yeah. Shoot, my passport. I can go to either one. with with no hesitation. I got dual citizenship, so I rep them both.
I love it. I love it. Look, we have to speak, obviously, look, Dana White after the fight. Dana White was full of praise. Look, what more could you want when the boss man is talking, he's smiling, he's happy. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, it was great to see Dana say so much about you after the fight. And obviously, look, they signed you first day, so they know you're the real deal.
That was, man, that's amazing. Shoot, that's like getting a golden star from your boss. Shoot, man, like that's like I got employee of the night or whatever. Just to make him happy. Like, honestly, dude, that was one of my things with my first fight. I was nervous about doing too much, too many antics, too whatever, just because I didn't want to piss him off, because I've seen him get upset with fighters that do too much, and especially my first performance. Thank God I didn't go out there dancing or whatever. But nah, man, to see him, hey, what do you say? Don't judge a book by its cover. And he said I can dance. Oh shoot, man, it's a wrap. we good now. But yeah, no, that was that one tickled the heart right there, man, when he said that.
He must be a good boss, because look, we all, like, I've been lucky enough to meet Dana numerous times when I've been to Vegas and like when we went to Madison Square Garden, we actually bumped into him in a hotel. We had a great chat with him, but he's fucking iconic. This guy is a legend. Like, you're gonna make a movie about this guy in years to come. But like, it's obviously good to have that boss behind you, because he loves the sport. To this day, he still shows, you know what I mean, that he's got that hunger to promote, to book good fights. He's the real deal.
Yeah, definitely, dude. Like, sometimes he might get a bad rep. I can tell you right now, I have nothing negative to say about him. The UFC staff, Mick, everybody there has treated me like I'm, like, I don't know. I don't put myself on no pedestal or whatever, but they do that for you. Like, I see how some of these guys get in there and get the big head real quick because of how much they take care of you. Like, especially with me in and out of fights. Like, I get it, fight week, they definitely want to make sure you're good, but it's outside that fight, like after you fight. I still have them messaging me, hey, are you okay? Allie from the UFC, she messages me, like, checking up, to make sure I need, is your heel fine? We know, you said something about your heel, but yeah, no, they definitely take care of me. I'll say, maybe some other fighters might, run into whatever, but as far as Dana goes, you good with him and you want to fight, he's going to get you fights, and, you go out there and do what you're supposed to do, he's going to keep bringing you back, so it's more or less, I think it's maybe some personal stuff with other folks or whatever, but I can tell you what, as far as I go, me and Dana, we like this, baby. We locked in right now.
That's the jackpot. And Chris, look, obviously, look, we know you've had, the 2 fights in the UFC. The first one, I suppose, you obviously held back. When we watched the fight, we knew what you could have done, but you played it safe. Obviously, great performance in Madison Square Garden. What's next? Obviously, look, you're hoping to fight early next year. We know there's possible fights. We know you fought Walt Harris before. There's perhaps a rematch against Ben Rothwell. Obviously, you're looking to break into that top 10 ASAP. The fans want it. There's some big fights in that division.
Right.
There's some big fights in that division. But what could have a goal do you have moving forward?
Man, shoot. I'm cool. I'm cool at whatever pace, honestly, UFC wants to put me on. I see the fans is talking about Derek Lewis and Ngannou. I'm like, hey, pump the brakes, y'all. Let me. I just got my feet wet, Let me walk into the water to my knees. Now, actually, Carlos Felipe. I don't want to say his name wrong. I think that's his name, but he just fought Andre Arlovski. Yeah. He called me out, like, very respectfully and whatnot, him and his team. And that's definitely a great fight I would love, dude. I love his style, you know what I mean? It plays perfect into some of the other things that I've got, but yeah, that'd be a great fight. Again, like Walt, when I first fought Walt, I was overweight, like literally everything against him. What was it? I think it was like maybe his second fight, my 8th, you know what I mean? So I know me fighting Walt brought out another animal in me, like, you know what I mean? So to get him now where he is beyond beast form now, from when I fought him to where he's at now, my man has leveled up, so that'd be a great one because I know what he'd bring out of me, but yeah, dude, anything soon because I'm healed up, I'm back in the gym, you know what I mean? We're back working, getting it in. Yeah, really, the Carlos one, I think they were talking maybe if that were to happen, like February. But it's like, again, I saw Bam Bam had something go on with his visa. I was like, hey, sign me up. I think it was the Misha Tate card. I was like, hey, this guy right here, but it didn't happen that way. But yeah, I'm ready to go again. Dana's like, hey, you want to? Hey, yeah, Dana, let's go, let's ride, baby. Especially now, once they give me time, you see what I can do, So, but yeah, no, anybody really, dude. But yeah, I think that Carlos one is the one we're looking at.
And Chris, it's fair to say your fight game's getting better and better. As you say, look, we know what you have in the tank. We know how good you are. Is it fair to say you've matured over the years? Obviously, we're starting to see the best of you right now.
Yeah, dude, I honestly feel like last week I got to hit the reset button, but keep everything I knew. Keep every ounce of knowledge that I've picked up from the past. Like, I honestly feel like you will say 1-1 in the UFC, but I feel like I'm 1-0 right now, like how I feel. But I have all the knowledge, all the pain, all the hurt that I went through, to get to where I'm at. So the maturity has shot up. The whole I can train, just 3 weeks out, before fighting. All that's gone. Like, I know I get it now. Unfortunately now, whatever. Well, fortunately now, I get it that it's more than just, like, literally I used to just make weight and I'd go out there and hope. Now I know, hey, you stick to a game plan. This actually does this. This actually does this. A leads to B and C and D. So it's different. I'm handling it. I got a coach now, instead of just trying to hum and bum off of, hey, Stipe, man, what y'all doing next week? I can come by? Yeah, cool. All right, man, thanks. Instead of humming and bumming off of those guys, getting beat up by them. But yeah, no, it's a whole new world now, man, and it's making me hungrier, which is 10 times better than the fans that are coming with it. I can't let them down, so that makes me drive even more.
Chris, it's probably fair to say that, like, the fans know it. So, like, the real MMA fan, MMA fighters in general, like, sometimes MMA fighters have a rough patch. They have to go through a very tough journey to get to the peak. And that's due to bad management. It might be due to, certain things in life. But it's fair to say right now, obviously you see what you have to do and you can do it. So for the fans and for the fighters, they know that Chris Barnett's he's not going to mess about. This guy is the real deal. And now, he's got all that good stuff behind him. He's on a march towards something huge. It's only a matter of time, as you say, before all these bigger fights happen, before these world title shots happen. And it's good to see that it's happening now rather than when it's too late, you know what I mean? Because I spoke to players in the past, they are mismanaged, you know what I mean? They're not showing the right direction. As you said, they're trying to make fights 2 weeks' notice, 1 week's notice. They're going in and they're hoping. Where right now, the ball's in your court, Chris. The ball is in your court. You know what you have to do. No, you can pick the fight you kind of want, I suppose. You can pick your time frame to train. That's all good, baby. That's all good.
Yeah, man. It's perfect. It's beautiful, It's weird because normally, like, even in the past, I was always that guy that was brought in, Like, it's weird to not have that control, but, that's kind of what it is, It's not to say you can pick your fights, but you can be like, maybe I think, this, type thing. And they listen, instead of just being like, no, this is who you're going to fight right now, right here. Are you going to do it or not? 2 weeks. Or are you going to do it? Yes, no, yes, no. You're like, God, yeah, I guess, so it's cool. It's cool, man. And like, I'm going to take advantage of it, man. Cause I've been through some, the bad management, the managing, taking money, the, hey, man, I thought I was going to get, no. Okay. And I'm always that easygoing guy with it and kind of just, take it on the chin. Let me take it on the chin, but yeah, no, this is nice. I think this is nice.
Ball in your court. And like, we have to speak quickly. Obviously, that heavyweight division, as a fan here in Ireland, it's a division that we love. It's one of the most entertaining divisions in all the sports, boxing, MMA. You're looking at the top 3, top 4 guys. Like, what's your take on Francis? Like, he's obviously a home-wrecking machine. But obviously, you look at him, and you know what I mean. You could probably see a way you could beat him. But what's your take on him? Obviously, he's a great champion. Can you see him hold that belt for a while?
I think, yeah. I mean, intimidating. Like, just he honestly looks like a literal like alpha lion just walking when you're like, hey man, somebody get that, hey, somebody dog off the leash, bro. Somebody, whose dog is that? But he's yeah, there's holes and stuff, actually I didn't work with Stipe for that fight, but I saw, you could see some of the game planning and stuff, and the stuff that they pointed out. they're there. You can't mess with him. Like you can't. Like you have to be on. I think what's it? Cyril Gang.
Yeah, yeah.
That's gonna be good because of his style. Like his stylistic, the moving. He's got the body I've always wanted. And you know what I mean? With the moves that I got in here, if I could get his body, oh man, it'd be a wrap, you know. But I think that's going to be a really good fight, you know, with them two giants, you know. Do I see with the right game plan, the right timing, and just getting on point? I know there's little tricks and things that I could pull off, you know. One thing both of them have that all those top guys have is heart. You can't train that, and I know I've got that. I've got a huge one, you know. So that's another thing also that that I'll be able to display as I'm going on. Like I've been in some of those wars and stuff, you know. I got the scars and stuff to prove it. But yeah, no, the top five guys, they're there for a reason, you know. We see them, we watch them, I respect them, but you know, once we get to that level, you know, the whole, I don't want to say you don't lose the respect, but more of the gamesmanship has to start getting played, you know, there. But right now, I'm cool. They got that throne. I'm on my lawn chair, sitting back with my feet up, watching, being the people's champ, you know. but yeah, no. They're definitely they're top guys for that reason, you know. And we see you. We see you.
I love it. And look, we have to mention quickly Derek Lewis. Like, what a guy. Like, Derek has come up the ranks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? A similar story. Obviously, look, Derek, you know what I mean? He had a tough road, but obviously he's made amends. He's doing quite well in his career. Do you ever think Brock Lesnar is going to come back? Look, people mention Brock Lesnar. Look, we all mention Lesnar Overeem. He's probably the one guy that deserves to be a UFC heavyweight champion. Like Derek Lewis, we're all rooting for Derek Lewis to win a title. These are guys you obviously, you know all about. Can you ever see Brock Lesnar come back? Or is he just all talk and he's going to stick with the wrestling?
I think Brock is great for TV. And I think if he comes back, I would want it to be fair. That's all I'll say on that. I think Mark Hunt could you know, back me on that one. But Alistair, I would love for Alistair to come back. Like, I think it's just the timing of these beasts that came through, and they were just like, hey, Alistair, you got to go fight this monster next. Alistair, this monster next. You know what I mean? I would love that. Like that. That's my dude right there. I love Alistair. Derek, man, I'll tell you what, he hurt my feelings a long time ago. It was probably about 5 years ago. I think he was fighting, I think it was like Roy Nelson, I think. And I had just got out of camp with Alistair. And I'd messaged Derek. I was like, hey, man, I would love to come out and help, you know, do whatever. He literally texted me that one word, nah. I was like, all right, you know, thanks, I guess, you know what I mean? But nah, I love that he's himself, dude. Like that's another, you know, heavyweight. That's him. Like it all day, every day. Like I think I just read like a story of some of the floods and stuff that happened down there. He was down there helping people out and then yelled at the lady for recording them instead of helping. You know what I mean? So good-hearted dude, you know, at the end of the day. Funny guy also, you know. But yeah, man, I would love to, that'd be a cool little story, you know, him make it up there to the top, you know. But yeah, Brock coming back, I think WWE, that's his home. Let him make all the money there. Let him go shoot some movies. He needs to join the Fast and Furious franchise also. You know, that's another big, you know, scary looking dude. Put him in that. But yeah, no, I'd love Ali to come back, or just Ali just to compete. I mean, I really wanted to see him and Rico, you know, that fight. But yeah, man.
Good times ahead. Listen, Chris, we hope we get you over here in Europe at some stage. Look, things are looking a bit better in Ireland. You know, the UK is kind of open again. Who knows? We might get you at UFC London, UFC Dublin if Dana brings back the UFC to Ireland. But listen, you're more than welcome. If you're in Ireland, we're going to take care of you. We're going to take you on the town. We're going to look after you. But your European fan base is huge, my man, and we're wishing you all the best. Hopefully you are back out in February in the Octagon. We'll be behind you. We do a lot of live screenings here in Ireland. Even though the fights are on at 3, 4 a.m., we're always doing the screenings live. Wow. So, look, we're big fans, and we thank you for your time. You're an absolute legend.
Hey, man, thank you for having me. This is awesome, man. I hope we can do it again.
Definitely. We'll tag you and everything. We'll have all your Instagram links, everything on the video as well. Chris, look after yourself. Salana Valya, as they say in Ireland.
Hey, Savannah, wait, say it one more time.
Salana Valya.
Savannah Lavaya. I'm working on Work on that with my Spanish.
I love it. I love it, my man. That's it. We'll catch you soon and have a great day, all right?
Awesome, man. You too. Appreciate it again.
Nice, bro. Thank you.